Angela!
What's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Wrath2501 here. Okay, guys, this is one I've been meaning to get to. I just never got around to it. Alright, this is what if Doomguy met Jesus Christ? Alright, so, yeah. So, hopefully this one has a good message. I mean, I've been relying on these things lately for a bit of a pick-me-up lately. These are the days I kind of let the mask slip. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Alright, and, oh yeah, this is by God Saga, yeah. Not Bible Unleashed like I usually do. So let's see what we got here. Alright, and go.
Doomguy, I get it, you're good at what you do. Maybe too good. You walk into a room full of demons, guns blazing, fists swinging, and in seconds, it's nothing but charred corpses and a lot of regret. But let me ask you.
I don't think he has much regret.
Every time you pull the trigger, you're fueling a fire that's hard to put out. You see, violence is a cycle. You chop one demon down, and two more pop up, kind of like Hydra from ancient myths. Trust me, I've seen enough of it to know where it leads. Now, I don't want to downplay your abilities. Clearly, you're a one-man wrecking crew. I mean, who else could single-handedly wipe out an entire hellish army with a chainsaw? But here's the thing about that chainsaw, Doomguy. It's not exactly a tool for peace, is it? The same way a hammer can build a house or tear one down, your chainsaw has potential for good if only you'd use it for the right reasons. Ever think about trading that thing in for, I don't know, a plow? Maybe some landscaping? You'd be surprised at how peaceful it can be. See, violence is like a beast you keep feeding. The more you indulge it, the hungrier it gets. Pretty soon it controls you more than you control it.
But he can't stop until the demons are dealt with.
Walking into rooms full of demons for so long,
until humanity is finally safe.
To you. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why? You see a problem, and your first instinct is to grab a shotgun. Not exactly what I meant when I said, turn the other cheek. And believe me, I know how hard that is. If anyone had the right to throw down and bring out some divine firepower, it was me. But I didn't. Why? Because real strength isn't found in how many demons you can slaughter. It's found in how much you can hold back. You've got to understand,
he does hold back,
that every act of violence, even against the worst of enemies, leaves a mark on you. And when you keep living like that, day after day, eventually you start looking in the mirror and seeing the enemy you've been fighting all along. You might not realize it now, but you're running on autopilot doing the same thing over and over again. Chainsaw, rocket launcher, demons, repeat. But Doomguy, you've got more potential than that. The world doesn't need another warrior drenched in blood, swinging blindly at everything in his path. It needs someone who can take all
in his situation, it kind of does,
and turn it into something greater. You ever think about what the demons would do if instead of gunning them down, you actually tried a little, wait for it, restraint? You ever heard of patience? It's an old practice, works well.
Some of them worship him as a god.
In and ripping heads off, maybe take a step back, breathe, and ask yourself, is this really the best way? Look, I'm not saying you're about to invite these demons over for dinner. I get it, they're terrifying, and they want nothing more than to tear you limb from limb. But that's just
along with all of humanity.
Violence breeds more violence. You know what doesn't? Peace. It's a tougher road, no doubt about it. But remember when I said, blessed are the peacemakers? Yeah, I was serious about that.
He did make peace. He wiped the demons from existence. So now there's peace.
Maybe pause for a moment. Look around. Ask yourself, is there another way out of this? I know it sounds crazy, and I'm not saying you're going to talk them out of attacking you, but sometimes the act of restraint speaks louder than the boom of a shotgun. You've spent so long reacting that you've forgotten how to reflect. Trust me, Doomguy. True power comes from knowing when not
I think
to
that's
use
what
it.
he's doing now in the sarcophagus as he sleeps.
Instead of wiping
he's reflecting on
out,
everything.
You stood firm.
He's finally done.
And stared them down with the strength of a man who knows he doesn't need to prove anything. That's real authority. That's power. You know what I did when they came to arrest me. I didn't summon an army of angels. I didn't fight. I just let them take me. And yeah, it was tough. Probably tougher than anything you've been through, no offense.
But in the end,
Nah, that's
it
true.
showed them something
That
they
is true.
didn't understand. I wasn't afraid, and neither should you be. But this time, don't show
He
them
isn't.
with bullets or
Trust me,
rockets.
he's not.
Show them by not firing at all. You know, Doomguy, you've got strength. Like serious strength. It's impressive. You can bench press more than most people can even dream of. You've got the endurance to keep fighting through waves of demons that would flatten any normal person.
Person,
But have
any
you ever
army,
thought about using
civilization.
all that strength for something more constructive? I mean, sure, blowing up demons feels good in the moment, but there's only so much satisfaction you can get from constant destruction.
Let me tell you something about strength.
Okay, he's
It's
got to do
not
something about the
who can
voices
lift
here.
the
They're kind
heaviest
of...
thing or who can punch the hardest. It's about how you use that power. You've been swinging fists and firing weapons for so long, I wonder if you've ever paused to think what else you could do with that raw, unfiltered energy. You see, I've been in some pretty intense situations myself. Storms, crowds, confrontations with people who wanted nothing more than to see me fail. And yet, I didn't fight them. No, I calmed the storms, I fed the crowds, and I forgave those who sought to hurt me. Strength doesn't have to be destructive. You've got the ability to walk into a room full of demons and come out the other side like nothing happened. That's something most people can't even fathom. Here's the thing. You're also walking out of that room leaving behind nothing but chaos and rubble. What if you use that strength to build something instead? I'm not talking about building cities or monuments, although, hey, you probably could if you wanted to.
He could.
I'm talking about
Think about
building
it.
a legacy of something greater than violence. Strength that saves, rather than destroys. Imagine a version of you that, instead of
He did.
charging into every situation,
He saved humanity
blazing,
from the
takes a
demons.
step back and sizes things up first. Imagine using your strength to protect, rather than annihilate. When you've got as much
does.
power as you
He
do,
protects people
sometimes
from
the hardest
demons.
thing is holding back. But that's where the real challenge lies, and I know you're not one to back down from a challenge. You've spent your entire existence fighting demons, tearing through hell, blasting away every enemy in your path. But sometimes, Doomguy, real power is about knowing when to pull back, when to hold your fire, and when to choose another path. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying let the demons walk all over you. I know they're not exactly up for peaceful negotiations.
I know what he's talking
Think
about, though.
it like this. For every demon you rip apart, there's always going to be another. The cycle never ends. You're fighting battles that have no finish line, but if you were to channel that strength into something
Well,
positive,
considering he nearly
if you
made them
were to become a
extinct, it
protector
actually
rather
kind of
than a
does.
destroyer, think of the impact you could have. You've been gifted with more power than most people could handle, and I know you've got it in you to make something incredible out of it. Let's be real.
He is
Demons
literally
don't
the
fear you
embodiment
just because
of
you've got a
doom
big gun.
itself.
They fear you because of the strength you carry. That's the truth. You don't need a rocket launcher to command respect. You've
No,
already
because
got
he's
the
deadlier.
presence,
He's deadlier
power,
with
the
his
sheer
fists.
force of will to walk into a room and make everyone stop in their tracks.
Yeah, that's
Use
true.
that.
Humans
Why
or
not
demons.
harness that strength for good instead of going on a never-ending rampage. You remind me a bit of Samson, actually. Big, strong, and kind of prone to smashing things when he got angry. But in the end, Samson's real strength came not from the things he destroyed, but from the choices he made. Strength isn't always about how much damage you can do. Sometimes it's about how much you can endure without lashing out. You have the opportunity to be more than just a one-man wrecking crew. You can be a force for good, Doomguy. Use that power you've been given to lift others up, to shield those who need protection, to show the world what real strength looks like when it's guided by purpose rather than rage. That's what true power is. Not destruction, but creation. Not rage, but restraint. I know it might sound impossible given the situation you're in, but I have faith in you. After all, you've survived hell itself. You've fought the worst of the worst and come out the other side. Now let's see what you can do when you fight for something greater than yourself. Mercy isn't about letting people, or demons, off the hook. It's about breaking the cycle of violence. It's about realizing that not every problem needs to be solved with
Keeps using that image with Master Chief.
Sometimes the best solution is to walk away, to forgive, to let go of the anger that's driving you. You've been running on fury for so long that it's probably hard to imagine what life would be like without it. But that's the thing about mercy. it frees you just as much as it frees those around you. When I said, forgive them, for they know not what they do, I wasn't just talking about the people around me. I was talking about the bigger picture. People, demons, enemies.
People like me.
They're often driven by forces they don't even understand. And while you can't exactly change a demon's mind with a kind word, you can change their approach. You can choose mercy, even when it feels like the last thing you want to do. And I know, Doomguy, mercy doesn't come easy when you're in the heat of battle, but it's worth it. Every time you choose mercy over destruction, you break the cycle. You prove that there's another way. That's where the real change happens. So, the next time you're ready to fire that shotgun, just ask yourself, is this the only way? Can I be better than the enemy in front of me?
Yes.
You might be surprised at the answer.
I understand the message, and it is a very good message. It is something to think about. Trust me, I had that problem pretty badly when I was younger. I was always fighting, always attacking everyone and everything around me, even my own family. So, yeah, I understand that message very well. Though I just don't think it really applies to Doomguy. His enemies are a bit different, you know. They don't just want to beat him up, they just beat him up. They want to literally massacre all of humanity across the multiverse. So, yeah. Anyway, still, it is a good message. So, I do hope you guys enjoyed that. Like this video, subscribe. Definitely click on the link to the original in the description. Like the original and subscribe to God Saga's channel. And I will see you guys next time. Tune in every day for new content. God bless, and for now,